You know how it goes over here. Welcome
At volume
back.
1 centimeter.
Yeah, you know how it goes over here at volume 1 centimeter. Hello and welcome to another episode of Volume 1. Today we are talking about the Kaiju Arc of Dandadan, which means that today my name is Josh Unzip Me Michaels, and today I am joined by
Mehgan Mini Kaiju Perrine.
Mini Kaiju Perrine.
That was just like the suit,
Okay,
the mini, like tiny
for sure.
kaiju suit.
Thank you for tuning into another episode. As I mentioned but moments ago, today we're talking about some more Dandadan, however you say it. This is a series that we always love coming back to whenever we have time. The moment we get a second of free time, this is top of our list because of how fun it is. If for whatever reason you're watching this and haven't read Dandadan, what are you doing? Please read it. But today, specifically, we're talking about chapters 63 through 73, the Kaiju Arc. And I gotta say, Mehgan, Momo, once again, I mean, every time we come back to this, it's so much fun. It's such a treat. This arc is absolutely no exception. It's a shorter arc, only about 11 chapters before we get into the next arc, the Space Globalist arc, which is a bigger arc that's ongoing. But these 11 chapters were so much fun. They introduce a new character, two new characters.
Mm-hmm.
Two new characters that feel like they're going to stick around for a while.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I think that we have the team assembled. I think this is the Avengers, if you will.
You know what's so funny? It's so funny you say that because this arc, while it was short, did really feel like one of the things it did really well was set up and establish that team dynamic. I don't know that before this, we've really had the full team because the team's always growing, right? They're always adding new people.
Yeah. That's how I was like, I haven't felt this excited since that movie. I won't say the name.
Yeah.
As the Avengers, I was just
It's
being a
Endgame.
hater. Huh?
It's Endgame.
Oh, Endgame.
But you don't want to say the name because
I don't care. That's how much I don't care anymore. But yeah,
she's out on Marvel.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. I mean, there was an Avengers type moment in this arc when they were all fighting together before, they got into their own Gundam, which we will talk about. But when they were just in the city fighting the kaiju at first, like there was a team up moment. I was excited. I was hyped to see how they all bounce off of each other because, like I said, they keep introducing people. I think Iroh was, at least in terms of like the Evil Eye arc, Iroh was pretty non-existent. She was not there at the cursed house with them, doing all that stuff with them. She did come back and has since been in the story, helped them, put the house back together, all that stuff. But and we saw her go off with Okarun and have her whole like training arc with the musicians and the old classical composers. But again, seeing them all together, all working as a team, all working as a unit was so freaking cool, man. That was the highlight of these chapters for me, as well as honestly like Gigi and just the Evil Eye in general. Those moments were so funny to see the Evil Eye after everything we've been through with him in clothes and able to not wreak havoc the moment he transforms, but to kind of like be this like fish out of water in a very funny way. I thought it was so funny every time Gigi or the Evil Eye came on page because Gigi was so funny to me too. Some of the faces that he was making. There's a panel where he looks like a freaking Muppet, dude. I mean, he's so funny to me. And he was great. As well as like, again, this arc in general, to me, it really did feel like, and I know this is like very obvious, but it really is Godzilla meets Gundam meets, even at the end, like a little Urusei Yatsura a little bit too. With the alien.
I was thinking it wasn't like this at all. Maybe I was just thinking too much since we just got off of Ava. But I was like, oh, it's Ray. Because he was talking about like piloting and all, piloting a big robot. And I just thought of like Ava. I was waiting every page. I was like, is there going to be an Ava reference?
I was waiting for an Ava reference too. Wait, I think we got a JoJo reference, I think. Or I don't know if like
is that a JoJo reference?
Is that a JoJo reference?
It's anything. It's so broad.
Right.
It could be anything. A horse is a JoJo reference at this point.
But some of the ways that like he was holding his face, which I guess could be anything.
I mean, he was just, he's very anime.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
he's
true.
very into just like that culture. So he's like, this is my whole life. I am robot. Robot is me.
Yeah, yeah, that was so funny. I like how the order how he said it. He said, you could call me a robot, or you could say I am a robot. I don't know, but it was just so funny because I think he meant it to sound really cool. And it's like, are you saying you're just like a robot, dude? That's not a cool thing to say.
Yeah,
or it is.
And I think that like we said in the beginning, like this is the team now because I don't know if they can get away with what they've been doing with like introducing a new girl character that's like has some ties, or like Okarun is like kind of like he likes Momo out of all of them, but that likes him. It's like I don't think they can do that one more time. The third time's the charm.
That's literally what I was thinking. It does feel like where this arc leaves that and I wrote her name down too, so I wouldn't forget it. But Vamora, I think, is her name. I could be wrong. It was different on the wiki than it was in the chapter. It was like Bamora on the wiki. Anyway,
Bamora,
bitch, huh?
Vamola.
See, okay, Vamola is. Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Manga. Yeah.
The official Viz translation
Vamola.
is Vamola. But on the wiki, it was different. We got to change that. We got to hit them up. What are you guys doing? You're slacking.
Vamonos.
And they're gonna hit us. They're gonna hit us back with like, you guys are not caught up. Her name changes when they get the translator working.
Duh,
you freaking idiot. But was I saying? Yeah, that's the only thing. These two characters seem like they're gonna continue to be a big part of the next arc going forward. And that's the only thing I'm a little worried about. We have so many people in our community who are caught up, who have nothing but good things to say about Dandadan, even as it goes on. But for me, I mean, right now where I'm at, I'm a little worried because this team keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't want anybody to get lost. I don't want too many beats to be rehashed. And, it did feel like, damn, again, there's a hot girl and she is in love with Okarun. Now, it's a misunderstanding and that's going to get worked out. And I'm sure it's going to get worked out in our boy Kenta's favor. But, yeah, right now it's just like, damn. But the jealousy towards the end of this arc, spice. That was off the Scoville. Dude, that was spicy, dude. She came in hot, real hot.
Yeah.
She was real pissed off. And we've seen her kind of deal with that with like, Ira and stuff in the past before too. Because Ira's like very obsessed with Okarun too.
Yeah, and I liked how they, they kind of, this has been like an ongoing theme throughout, especially with Momo's friends. Just like, I get that. Like, why are you hanging out with like Okarun? But like to see the flip side of that, of like people that aren't popular being like, you need to leave him alone.
That was crazy.
You need to like back off and stop bossing him around. And it's like, that's not the relationship here. Like, you have no idea.
But from an outsider's point of view, from people who have just observed Okarun for years and know Momo has a reputation, they're like, I know what this girl's up to, and it ain't nothing good. So they're just trying to look out for him. But they were really, they really just keep poking their nose where they don't need to be. Like mind your own freaking business, exactly. Nerd. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it turns into a bully.
Yeah. But yeah, ultimately, again, like this arc was just like more good times, more fun in a way that really only remains true that Dandadan could be. Like nothing else could do all the things that this series continues to do, including having like a Buddha Gundam. And then just the reveal of the girl being inside this kaiju, this alien, all because they're looking for Okarun's golden ball, which is how this arc sets up. But yeah, I mean, the comedic moments, the team building moments, like the comedy, it was short, but it was sweet.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
And it was a lot of, for this arc especially, it wasn't as creepy. As past ones, which I was like fine with, but we did get like little glimpses of what's to come with this humanoid alien
bug
guy. Who like slapped those other aliens around.
The ones from the very beginning, the ones
Yeah.
we see at the very beginning of the series. Now, I think since this arc is ongoing, or I mean, not this one we're talking about today, but the next one is ongoing, I think it's going to be a really major arc in terms of like things that are going to have like really big effects on the story. And I really want that, which is why I'm so excited to be there. This was like a very needed, I think, little short refresher arc to get ready.
And what we said, it is like the finished team.
Yes.
It was needed, and then now it's gonna be go time in this one.
So you think your theory is that this has got to be it, right? They can't keep adding people.
It's not even adding people. It's just the love interests like this. You know, it's not a harem. You know, we're not.
Or maybe
it's turning into one.
Yeah.
But
it really kind of is turning into one.
And I think that's like funny because it does lend itself to like funny dialogue and stuff, especially with something like Dandadan where it is like not filtered at all. It's not like a hey, like keep your hands off him. It is like fuck off, bitch. That's why it's funny. But yeah, I do not think it's gonna happen again with a female character getting introduced to the gang again. If there is, I don't think they'll be interested in Okarun. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be interested. Who knows, Momo.
Whoa.
Or Gigi. Or our new guy. And I don't think that new guy is going to. I think he's gonna stay human.
I think he's probably gonna stay human too, for sure. But
I just like a lot, and he showed like strategy, right? He knows he's the brains of the operation going forward, you know, with the whole invisible.
But that's why I think that he's going to the misunderstanding is going to get cleared up. He's going to end up marrying somehow this alien.
I think it'd be. I don't know. It's funnier to do like the. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay.
Not in that like a bad way, but yeah, I just think it's funnier to have like him be so desperate and her not even giving him attention at all than like for it to actually happen.
Or in a very Dandadan way, and I'm not saying, you know, I have no idea if this is gonna happen or not, but this guy, similar to like, you know, the Denji moment where Denji's like all he wants to do is touch boobs, and he touches boobs for the first time. He's like, this is it. This is what I was tripping out about. This is what I was like. This is what my life goal was. Similar, like it would be so funny if he's desperately trying to clear this shit up, desperately trying to do all this stuff, and then gets into a relationship with this girl, and it's just like, it's not what he thought it was going to be. He's kind of like not having it. I don't know if that would happen, but you know, just an idea. But it's because I think that if he's going to stay a part of the team, which I don't mind, like I like him a lot, but again, it just feels like our core group of characters is so good.
Yeah, I understand the Vamola joining the group. Maybe they just wanted to even it out. I don't know, like 3 guys, 3 girls.
Yeah.
But he is funny, but I just feel like I was not like through the interactions in the beginning. I thought he was just gonna be the guy that like they kind of saved throughout the kaiju thing, but he's sticking around. He's having dinner. He's
meeting grandma. Like
he's seeing you know, Turbo Granny. Like he's in it now. So yeah,
and that's what I mean.
See.
Like if he does become a permanent member of the team, I think my reasoning for believing that he's gonna end up with Vamola is because that's going to be what he does. That's going to be what he offers, piloting. But I guess like he would need the nanotech from the house to be able to pilot a Gundam.
I don't think that's going to happen again.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like he's the brains. I think that he's just moving.
He's the guy in the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metaphorically, there's going to be no more Gundam. I think that was one and done.
Okay. Because that'd be cool if he, you know, was able to like pilot a Gundam again, but it could change shape every time because it's based on his imagination. But I guess we'll have to read and find out.
Yeah, you just stay stationed at the house.
You
stay here.
Yeah. I mean, again, this did not disappoint. It is short, so our discussion beat by beat might be on the shorter side too. But without further ado, let's just jump into it, start going through these chapters. So where we picked back up is there was a very sweet moment at the end of the last chunk of chapters where Momo and grandma, I always call her, you know, grandma or
Granny.
Gilf.
Or
Granny. Yeah.
Gilfie.
Gilfie. I call her Gilfie.
Mama Gilfie.
Seiko they go, Momo and Seiko go and have like a spa day after everything. They're getting help building their house back with this like nanotechnology that's going to come into play later. And everybody kind of helps them except for Gigi, who was recently reunited with his parents. But that's kind of how this chapter or this arc starts. Everybody's finished, going home. There's a moment of like, damn, we've been spending a lot of time here. It's going to feel weird, like not being here, like going home. And we see like Gigi and his family like running. Like he's outside of the car, running towards the build site. And when he gets there, they realize that it's already done. And they don't need him. Gigi, you took too damn long. What were you getting so sentimental about?
Yeah,
with your
family getting reunited. Like, ugh.
With your family, dude? Really?
Really?
Big whoop.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
No, man. Their relationship is so funny and so sweet to me. Him and his family. But immediately he's like asked about how he's doing, how the evil eye is doing, and he's like, yeah, man, I've been turning into this guy a little bit. I got him under control ever since him and Okura made that deal. He's been on his best behavior. And this leads them to like being able to go back to school. And there's a moment where, of course, all the girls are obsessed and wondering where he's been, glad to have him back, offer him this drink. And Momo's like, no, that's, it's cold or whatever.
Yeah.
So he turns into Evil Eye, and he's just Evil Eye in his like school uniform.
Yeah, like thick ass neck. Like
thick. Boy, that boy's thick. And it's funny because, he loves it and he's trying to be good. He's telling everybody he's going to murder them. He's going to butcher them.
Yeah.
And then,
they're like, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's just a joke. And I'm like, not the best joke.
Bro, I don't know what these kids be joking about. They be saying some wild shit.
That's not. You shouldn't joke about that.
I mean, you shouldn't joke about that.
Like, it should be one joke and then like, okay, we're sending you home.
You shouldn't, especially these days. Well,
That's
especially
what
in
I
America,
mean.
right?
That's what I
mean. You're right. You know what?
It's not tasteful. You
know what? Yeah. You know what? You are very
It's like
right.
he went all day. Like literally all day to multiple people.
Hey, I'm
gonna murder you.
I'm gonna murder you. Yeah, if this was set
sinister.
if this was set in America, it would not have gone down the same way.
No. Haha. Like everyone's joking around. Like
out
of character for you.
But still funny to see him in a school uniform. Still funny to see him see the kids playing soccer. Like want to join.
It's cute.
Yeah,
it's sad, and you could do a lot of damage, but it is just like a trapped child.
It is, dude. And that's what Dandadan does so well. That moment with Gigi where there's a line of dialogue saying like, and I don't even sense like that much evil anymore. Like I feel like I feel a different feeling. Almost like he's having fun.
Yeah, that's all you wanted.
Yeah. That's all he wanted. And I do feel like, they did make that deal. And the whole arc, they're trying to really not and good for them too, because all they need is for him to like get off on a technicality, but they're trying real hard to not break that deal. I'm interested to see where that goes. There was almost a moment where Okurun gave in and told him this one time he'll allow an exception, but they're trying real. They
because it's like a kid making a deal with a kid, and then they're like, "Wait, you said that time, so what's different about this time?"
Yeah,
they're like, "Okay, well,
yeah," because they had such a hard time, man. Like with that, I mean, the evil eye was so strong, so strong. So I think that they're just like they're glad that they finally struck a deal and they don't want to mess that up. But yeah, this was all like super funny. And then we see, since they've been gone, there's that moment, of course, when Okurun is approached by this guy Kinta. God, dude. At first, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And then
getting harassed.
Yeah, and then he kind of sticks around. He kind of stays.
Yeah.
Then he slowly starts to I guess he kind of grew on me a little bit, but. Of course, he's the guy who just wants to know how Okurun's so popular with the ladies and how he's doing, what he's doing. Because he, it appears like he has a crush on Momo, whatever. And then he hears Momo come in and talk about this like golden ball of family jewels. And he's like, oh, the key is to talk pervy. It's something we've seen before. It's been done. But it's a classic because it's funny. It's funny. So he's like, maybe I got to talk dirty, and then he starts, talking dirty, and it's not funny because he's a freaking weirdo, dude. That's where that moment comes into play with the girl who's like, at first I thought like, damn, this is just getting real. because she says like, you guys can't just keep going class to class. Like you guys are disrupting us. And I thought it was going to end there. And I was like,
I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like you guys are being loud. We're almost, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. She's like, and also just like leave him the fuck alone. And she's like,
oh my God.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, because no one talks about that in anime. For me in high school, I know it might be different, but and not because I went to high school in the 1920s or whatever Megan's gonna say.
Oh yeah,
but
that's why I was gonna say it was different.
No, I know, I got ahead of it.
But I thought you graduated. Was it 15? 1915?
No, I graduated in 2008. Okay, so do the math. Or please don't do the math, actually.
You can't do it.
You're going to need a piece of scrap paper.
That's why you're asking someone else to do it. Because
No, I'm asking them to do it or to not do it. Because if they really want to deduce my age, then that's how they're going to do it. But my point is, in other anime, these kids be going to class from class to class. I couldn't do that. If I had a friend in another class, I didn't go to their class. I was scared. I was scared of the teacher.
I did.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Performing arts school. You guys, they encourage it. Be free. Roam. Don't feel like you have to abide by the constructs of school. Go wherever your heart takes you. That's a performing arts school, right? It
wasn't that. It was just no one really cared.
In public school,
and they wouldn't notice
where you going? Pulls out a gun.
In kindergarten?
No, in public school.
Oh, they said. I was like, it's different in Virginia.
I mean, it was, but it's a different kind of different. But so you did that for real? You went to your friend's class? And all that?
Like if I got all my work done in most classes, if I told them I had to go to like the theater to work on whatever I needed to work on, they would let me go.
Only kids that got to do that in my school were the ASB kids. They could do whatever they want.
They really, yeah.
They could always have some sort of freaking
excuse. Exactly. Yeah. I would either be like to the theater room or my friend was in ASB, so I would go to the ASB room if I didn't have anything to do. Yeah. But yeah.
Them ASB kids, man. They are built different. They're a different breed. Like I feel like I could meet an adult and be like, you were in ASB.
I feel like the ASB at my school was like if you didn't have anything else that you wanted to do.
Oh, really?
So like, an ASB is like an elective at like a regular high school. Like, so like in my high school, if you weren't into like theater, like music, acting, art, right. There's a lot of different things. But if you weren't in any of those, you went into ASB.
For me, the ASB kids at my school were like, I felt like the kids who were like very collegiate. Like they were like, you knew they had their shit together. They were.
It's a great grade on a college resume.
I mean, that's probably why they were doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, they get called out. I mean, because that was crazy for me to read. I was like, damn, finally, they're addressing it. You can't just be popping in. There's people are trying to learn. People are trying to study. But then she elevates it, escalates.
Yeah,
it.
The reason like why I'm telling you off. Yeah. That's not so much that if you weren't like actively harassing this child.
Yeah. And can I be honest, dude? Okay, I love Okarun. I really do. And I think that over the course of all the arcs that we've read, and as he's had time, to grow as a character, the one thing that still, I guess, kind of bothers me at this point in the story, not before, but at this point, this man needs to freaking speak up, dude.
He needs to speak up. And I mean, he went through that whole journey.
That's what I'm saying.
With Gigi and him being jealous of Gigi and him kind of realizing like what his actual feelings are for Momo. And I don't think he's dumb at all. No. I think he knows that Momo has feelings for him too. So I just don't understand why. Again, like don't get me wrong, I love a song and dance. I love a will they, won't they. But where is this? I need more moments. What's going on? And I'm fine with just friends. That's fine. But don't tease me like that. Don't tease me like that with the whole arc,
bro. And it's
about how you are jealous of this person, like extremely jealous of this person.
And the same goes for Momo. Gigi asked her in the beginning of this arc too. Like you have a crush on someone, she freaks out. Like, bro. You love or not. Love is maybe a strong word for high school kids.
Very strong.
or maybe you're the kind of high school kid that just said it, all the time. But everybody knows she has a crush on somebody. She likes Okarun. She knows that. Okarun likes her. Like, I mean, they have to at least, I mean, there have been moments between them where they kind of address it a little bit. They kind of, acknowledge it at least a little bit. But, there's always that moment of like, even in the classroom when the girl came out to talk to them, she's like, Okarun, is this true? Is this how you feel? Is this how you feel? And it's like, that's not how he feels. And the Okarun's in the corner like, get out.
Oh.
It's like your turbo granny, dude. Just because you lost your balls doesn't mean you can't freaking speak up.
One ball.
Just because that's even more of an excuse.
Or are they both combined into one ball?
Shit, dude, that's a small sack. That's a small sack.
No, it's pretty large.
Oh, the ball. I mean, I guess I didn't really see a scale. There wasn't like a freaking quarter next to it or anything. I had nothing to compare it to. A quarter for scale.
Small.
No, just for scale. You put a quarter in a picture so you know how big something is. That's why. That's why. If you ever send a dick pic, just put a little quarter right there.
Oh.
Or get a novelty quarter, a real small one.
No, get a really big one.
Get a really big one. Get a huge quarter. And then put a quarter for scale.
Like the novelty. Like the ones that are like this big.
Yeah. Like the ones that magicians use when they pull them out, But it's funny, dude, because you joke. But I feel like, I don't know if it's a joke or not, but that's probably a real strategy.
That's not, stop.
Because the logic
the
logic is I'm gonna make it look smaller than it is. Because let's say it's average, right? Let's say it's average. Make it look smaller than it is. And that's bold. That's a risk. Could go either way. But if it works, then the logic is that upon reveal, it'll actually seem bigger because you made it look so small.
But don't show it until. Why not?
Don't send unsolicited dick pics either with giant quarters.
Why not just wait? Why not just wait to reveal it? Why do you put up this front?
I am just delivering the message. I am just the mouthpiece for society.
Okay. You're just a mouthpiece. That's your nickname.
That was my nickname in high school, the mouthpiece. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Back in 1920, they called me the mouthpiece.
I don't know what that exactly means.
Well, I'll leave it up to interpretation. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Much like what happens. No, not like the quarter trick. Much like what happens.
You said it so
art.
confidently, though. You're like, "What if this might be a thing?" It's like you made it. You that is too specific for it. Not for you not to have used.
No. I don't do that kind of thing. I don't want that shit out there, bro. That shit freaks me out, dude. Freaks me out. I don't want any of that out there. I mean, if you're cool with that, then more power to you. But the idea, I just can't. I can't sleep at night. So and I've always been that way. So yeah. So good luck.
Good luck finding.
Yeah, good luck finding one of those pictures because they don't exist. And if anybody does try to come out, later, let's say we get big, we make it real big.
And so it says hacked into Josh's personal phone.
Go, here's a picture of his dick. If you're a real one, you go, that ain't it. That ain't it. Yeah. Because they don't exist, and
Oh,
and
okay.
You listen to this episode.
I thought you meant like that ain't it. Like that ain't it.
That ain't it. That's a bad look. Take that down. Yikes. Shit. More like volume 1 centimeter over here. This guy. Anyways. So, yeah, there's that moment. And Momo drags him out after they kind of settle it. Drags Okarun out, shows him like, oh damn, you've been gone. Or no, they run into the girls in the hall, like Momo's friends.
Yes.
They're like, you've been gone, and there's been an apartment specter, and you haven't seen the photos. And she shows them a photo, and wouldn't you know it, it's a golden ball, the ball that they've been searching for. So they end up going. Of course, they get followed by our guy Kinta.
10-gallon wiener.
10-gallon wiener.
Pure beef.
That guy's freaking
okay, for sure, yeah.
yeah.
No, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Are you trying to get murdered or something like that?
Trying to get.
Yeah. You're trying to get that meat turned into ground beef.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Smash burger.
Hell yeah. So please stop though. I'm hungry. So so they go, and in the picture, it's just a floating orb. As they get there, and of course they're followed by him, like we mentioned, they see that it's kind of moving around. It's really fast. And it's a little bit like, it's freaking like fruit flies up in here. It's a little bit like the golden snitch.
Oh.
Is there running around, some little golden ball zipping around, you know? Yeah.
You wish you had one.
I did, actually. I did. I had a couple.
I literally, right when it was coming out of my mouth, it felt wrong.
Now, we don't condone or support JK no more, but at the time in high school, I had me one.
You were a snitch.
I was not a snitch. I had a snitch, and what I really wanted, my dream was like a real ass chest with like scale balls for Quidditch.
Oh,
because they had some people would make some.
Because you were the mouthpiece.
Because I was the mouthpiece, and the mouthpiece needs a chest of balls. Big old chest. Big old chest. Small ass mouth. You know how it goes over here. Well,
at volume 1 centimeter.
Yeah, you know how it goes over here at volume 1 centimeter. Oh, fuck. Anyways, so yeah, they catch it, but actually they don't catch it. Disregard that.
Yeah,
they don't catch it.
it.
I was skipping way ahead.
They don't.
It's
way too fast.
It's way too fast, and they realize that there's something in there. There's some sort of form surrounding this ball. After, and I'm going to skip around a little bit, after Kenta shows up to kind of, he's supposed to guard the bags, doesn't guard the bags, but after he shows up and is able to deduce that they're actually using some sort of mirror camouflage, some invisibility cloaking camouflage that
technique.
That basically projects a person's point of view onto it. So when multiple eyes are looking on it, it can't really pick one.
Can't be registered.
That's gonna look invisible to all three. So they're able to figure that out because of him.
And this is what Dandadan does so what's the word? Amazingly, so perfect. Is because it just moves so fast, right? Throughout the whole arc, it was just like boom, 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 action, 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 and it is so funny. Like, we're just given this information, and it does this all the time, which is so fun. Like, which one is it going to be? Is it going to be like ghost first, and then it turns out to be an alien, or is it an alien who turns out to be a ghost, or whatever? Like the two sides, and it was like the specter, this apartment specter, and it turns out to just be this like fucking giant robot, Godzilla. You think it's a kaiju, space kaiju?
Yeah, a space kaiju.
And then it turns out. There's so many reveals. It's like a hat on top of a hat on top of a hat, but it's done perfectly. Like, it's not too much, and the reveals are like either like really, really, really cool or just really, really funny. And it just subverts your mind
all the time. You know, when they're first able to knock it down, it did look like it was kind of like a smaller kaiju.
It looked so cute.
Yeah.
It was like baby Godzilla.
It did look like a little baby Godzilla, and then it grew big and got like horns and looked
like Mama Godzilla.
Like Mama Godzilla. Like Mama.
Mama's scary.
And it started going through town, and this is when you know shit's about to go down.
When the team.
Yeah.
What's
the
the Avenger? What's the Avenger song? How's it go?
Shoot, man. How does it go?
I had it in my head.
Yeah. I'm so bad at recalling songs like in the moment.
Is it? Is that just the Marvel song?
I don't know. I'm bad. But sing it in your head right now. Sing it in your head.
That's what was on page.
Yeah.
It was like Avengers Assemble.
And it felt like that, dude, because you got...
That's the Incredibles. I'm so sorry.
Incredibles is sick, too.
That's what
Don't
it was.
apologize for
okay,
that.
then it's the Incredibles then, too. That's probably better.
Our family. Yeah. Our family. Yeah.
Except for Mr. Incredible.
And Incredibles 2. People love that movie. Bro, undid everything they did in the first movie, in the first 5 seconds of the second movie.
It was just Mr. Incredible again. Anyways.
So, yeah, because Okarun is, zipping through the city, and it's in the city. And what's so cool about the black veil, the darkness in the sky, is it kind of like, and maybe I knew this, but I don't know. Maybe I forgot. I don't know. Either way, it kind of like camouflages them from everybody. It almost is or seems like they're in this like other dimension. And maybe they did address that before. But so it means they can run around and not have to worry about civilians or being seen or whatever. But they're still in the city. So Okuran's zipping around through the city. And then you get Gigi. And then you get Acro Silky. You get Ira coming in, grabbing cars with her hair, throwing it at the feet of the kaiju. You get Momo with her like energy hands, throwing stuff too. They're arguing, the sticky hand, arguing. They're dynamic. Oh my God, this was so fun. This was like a high point of this arc for me.
Yeah, same. Because we to your point exactly. Like we had seen them separately fight or like be in conflict within like just what they came across or like training or whatever, but like never all together. Only when they were like eating or just like chilling out. But now we get to see it.
Yeah, I mean it's so cool, dude. It's so cool, and I know we say it every episode. I'm only going to say it one time. But I just, this needs to be animated. I don't know how. I don't know by who. But it just needs to happen.
Definitely be a very ambitious feat.
For sure.
And yeah, it would be pretty wild.
Yeah.
But I could see this maybe being split up in 2 episodes, but maybe just one.
Just the camera tracking, through the city. Rubble is coming up all around Okuran as he's like, and smoke, debris as he's dashing through the town. You know what I mean? And all of it, dude, everything. I could describe everything because I feel like I was there. I wasn't
watching it.
Yeah. I was reading it. Yeah. But yeah, so Ira gets into some trouble. Okuran has to run and save her.
Of course.
And they basically realize that they're kind of fucked. They can't have Gigi or the evil eye step in because of the deal that they made. At this point,
gone.
Okuran's used, I think, both of his like all out attacks. So he's kind of done, and it's funny because Momo has to like carry them all back.
Yeah.
While they regroup at the house to figure out like what the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah. Oh, Turbo Granny's gone, but also Granny Psycho is gone.
Yeah. But they're both.
She's
gone.
not. Yeah, she's not there.
She's doing a TV appearance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving on
Big
up.
things. Yeah. No, I think that's how she was introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, good for her. She keeps getting gigs.
Yeah.
She keeps working.
Exactly.
That's big.
Yeah.
For TV actors. But so they get there and they're kind of fucked. They don't know what they're gonna do, kind of panicking, and then Okuran comes up with the idea that since the house was put back together with this like nanotech, and that nanotech was able to form the pieces that it needed to form to build the house based on imagination, that maybe they could use their imagination to make something to fight this kaiju. He tries it. He can't do it. Of course, this is where Kenta comes in to save the day because he's an otaku weeb to the max. He's always dreamed about piloting an Eva, a robot, a giant robot, a Gundam. There's even like a flashback of him buying like a little Gundam box.
And it was funny. I liked, again, playing to like the popular, like not popular. Obviously when he's on Gigi's back and he's like, oh yeah, bro, like just don't sweat on me. And he's like, you're an asshole. That's such an asshole thing to say.
Yeah, dude, that was so funny.
And he's like, no, like you don't understand it. I can't go into it. Yeah. I can't get into it. But why is that a crazy request,
Yeah,
it's
also, bro, don't freaking sweat on me.
Yeah, I think that's one. Just like bodily fluids that.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Whenever I would watch Jackass, there wasn't like the movies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
There was not really much. There was like things I would wince at.
No, like ow, that would hurt.
Yeah, but there was only so many things. There was like 2 things that I ever like gagged to the point of almost vomiting at, and one of them was the sweatsuit.
Presley.
Yeah, and the sweatsuit.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Something about like get your freaking sweat off of me, dude.
No,
I don't care who you are, dude.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even care if you're name a like really attractive celebrity. Like super attractive. Like who's everybody goo goo gaga about right
now? Pedro Pascal.
Okay, I don't care if you're Pedro. Maybe actually.
No, yeah.
Maybe I would. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That'd be fine. I'd be okay with that one. But you know what I mean. Like anybody else
but him.
besides Pedro Pascal. Don't get your sweat on me, dude. It has nothing to do with like how clean or cool I think I am. It's just like saying like don't fart on me.
Don't spit on me.
Don't spit on me.
Yeah. Unless you're Pedro Pascal.
Also, Pedro can do both of those things.
Yeah.
He can fart on me. He can spit on me.
Oh wow.
And he can sweat on me.
Okay. All the same time.
Yeah, I'm sure throughout our day.
The session.
But yeah, that was a funny moment too. So they all get back together, and then it's up to Kenta. Kenta starts to visualize a Gundam. This is what he was made for. This is what he's been dreaming about. But Momo's imagination kind of gets in the way, and they end up creating this hybrid, this like Buddha hybrid, Gundam hybrid, which is really fucking cool. And so like again, Dandadan, like nobody else I don't think could execute it in that way like Dandadan can. It does things only it can do. And so now you get this giant Buddha Gundam versus the Kaiju versus the Mama Godzilla, if you will. And
the Dum-Dum, they call it. The Dum-Dum.
Yeah, they do call it that. What's so funny too and so awesome is like as he's imagining it, everything in the house is like moving and they're all getting like zipped to different areas and put in these like cockpits, and it was so cool.
Did you catch I don't know if this was the Troll song, I believe. Oh. Have you heard the Troll song, the Tra-la-la-la song?
I think that, but that's, I associate that with meme. Like, I associate that with like old hymns and Christmas music too.
You that song?
La 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 la.
That's a different melody entirely.
La 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 la.
Nope.
Maybe it's the Troll song. You're probably right. I just want to like be on the record.
I was just curious if anyone else took it like that because I read it exactly like that and I was like, whoa. It blasted me back to the past.
I'm gonna say you're probably 100% right.
No, I don't know what to say. I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I know you were fishing for that.
No, I'm not. No. It's not on the line.
No, I know you say that and
yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. That you really wanted that. So.
No. Yeah, that was just a detail. I don't know. It's meme lord.
But it was also funny too when they all like push a button at the same time because they don't know how to pilot the thing, and then the arm blows up and Okuran gets ejected out of the side of it. And of course, the Evil Eye doesn't even want to be in there, so it's chaos, which leaves Kenta in the perfect opportunity to seize command. And boy, does he seize command! And he does what he does best: pilot that freaking thing, and actually does some work. He actually does handle freaking business, regardless of what everybody wants to say after. And they have things to say.
They do.
But
he did it.
He really did it. Went through a series of like cool attacks, grabbing him by the tail, pile driving him, doing all these really cool things. But ends up needing some help. And because of his imagination kind of like, I guess, taking over, him taking more control, it does kind of change again a little bit. But he needs help from the others, and he realizes that everybody who's still in the Gundam can use their abilities too, like Momo's sticky fingers.
That was so sick. That was so sick. Yeah. And towards the end of the fight, they were all like kind of merged within the Buddha Gundam, and it was like parts of them, and it just looked crazy.
Yeah, awesome, so sick. And Momo and Ira are pretty sick from being spun around, and he's talking about it too. It's so funny. He's like, I've been preparing for this moment my whole life, and it shows him on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
he's like, it's the motion training sickness.
He's just like,
so they're super like nauseous, but they do what they got to do and defeat the kaiju and drag the kaiju.
God.
It shrinks back down. The barrier kind of falls. They have to run back to the house, and they have to put the house all back together. And as soon as they do,
pretty easy. They just go.
A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be one of those things where like grandma shows up and the house is a mess.
Again.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Again. Yeah.
Again. Yeah. Cat in the hat situation.
Right. Cat in the hat situation. But they run to the bathroom immediately while Kenta, Okuran, and Gigi are outside trying to figure out, because now the kaiju, like I said, is shrunk back down, trying to figure out like if the golden ball's still in there or what's really going on. And that's when Okuran notices a zipper. And neither one of them want anything to do with that zipper because, one's bad with gore and or I think they both have a reason and excuse for not wanting to do it. So Okarun's like, look, it's my ball. I'll do it. And it was funny, too, because this is also where Kenta kind of gets like, well, doesn't get accepted into the group, but really offers himself as like a permanent member of the group because he's like, was this your mission to protect the city from the kaiju? And they're like, not really.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, are you doing, this for this noble, just reason? And they're like, not really. It's kind of for a ball. And, he's like, oh, well, I'll still lend you my hand, forever, for as long as you need it. But Okarun slowly unzips the costume. And wouldn't you know it, inside
Rei Ayanami
is Rei Ayanami, a sexy alien, who immediately wakes up. Who immediately wakes
Christ,
up.
Bro, chill.
I was gonna say comes to life.
Chill.
Who immediately comes.
Pause.
When they see Okarun and starts making out with him.
Yeah.
Horrible timing, but
classic.
It wouldn't be the
classic alien. Or, I mean, it's like a classic anime manga, trope of, I wake up from my slumber or, something, and then it's, the first person I see, gets, a peck, and they're like, wait.
Yeah.
She's like, sorry, I was just combobulated. I didn't know what,
Right.
It's that type. And then it's like, oh, no, I picked, you're the chosen one,
Right.
You're going to be the one that gets this.
It's kind of a reverse Sleeping Beauty kind of thing.
Reverse.
It was they call it, there's a reverse cowgirl and then there's reverse Sleeping Beauty.
Reverse Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Reverse Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I'll trust you.
Yeah. You
have a lot of knowledge. Yeah. The quarter trick and everything like that.
I mean, I could tell you so much. But she comes to life. She wakes up and she makes out with Okarun. Horrible timing. Momo comes out, sees it, gets super that. You said it so perfectly in the beginning of this episode because you're like, it's not just this anime jealousy kind of thing that we've seen so many times before. It's very real in that Momo's like, what the fuck is going on? Do whatever the fuck. I don't trust this bitch. Bitch, get your fucking hand. You know what I mean? It's so I don't know. It's a real that way. So yeah, she gets really pissed. And of course, it is funny. This is funny. When Okarun's like, no, we should hear them out because they're trying to communicate with us. We just don't understand. She's like, you're just saying that because she made out with you, you freaking pervert. And he's like, I swear to God. But also Okarun, bro, I understand. But don't act like you're not around two bad bitches all of the fucking time, dude. You can't freaking keep it in your damn pants. Because even Okarun had little lines of dialogue where he was like, oh, I guess I am kind of blushing, huh? I am kind of nervous. And then he said, but I mean, she is hot though. Yeah. What are you doing?
And I was like, Okarun, if Momo was talking like that about Gigi,
yes,
you be pissed.
Yes,
you would piss your pants.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You act like you are brand new to this shit. When he said that, I was like, you're done, dude. You're done. And you deserve it. Why would you say that?
I mean, she's an alien. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like his dream.
Yeah. But of course, it's also Kenta's dream. This is where Kenta's like, I was the one, yada, yada, yada.
I was the one.
To spin it in his favor.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was, but he didn't open the suit.
So they try to figure out how they can communicate with this alien. So they go to Mr. Mantis, who says they've never seen any alien like this before.
Do you think that the alien that we've been seeing is a
Which
family member? The bug one.
Oh, yeah. I think so. Or
looking for her. Or she has to marry someone who's strong enough because she's going to get killed.
It could be I think
by this other alien.
That could be likely, but I think it's either a relative or just a their species enemy or something like that. The commander, the leader, their species enemy. I don't know, but it could be her dad or something. Ursa Yatsuda for real. You know what I'm saying? So he digs up, says never seen anything like this before, any alien like this before. Can't even really understand the language. Let me get my translation device, which is glasses and a mustache.
The Groucho.
Yeah, the Groucho thing. Everybody's dying. And it's able to slowly start to piece together words that she's saying. But she still can't understand them.
And
what they're able to piece together is what we've said in the beginning and throughout, that she came to Earth to find and fight someone stronger than her who could beat her, then that person she would end up marrying.
Yes.
And she thinks, of course, that it's Okurin. And Kenta really wants to get that cleared up. So they, Mr. Manta says it's going to take some time for him to work it so that they can communicate back with her. So they end up going back to the house. Really cool, awesome spread here. Awesome
cute.
Spread. So cute. Like, we'll get this shit hung up. Also, I didn't know too, that apparently, I don't know why this popped into my head right now, but in Japan, I think I saw somewhere on Reddit or something, or in somewhere that's not the United States, they're publishing the Dandadan manga and they're including like these colored postcards with them, but not in the American version. Fuck America.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was really cool. But I just thought this would be such a cool, like, especially if there was like a colored version or if there's ever an art book. Like, wow. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just
it was very dynamic.
Yeah. So beautiful, man. Cute, like you said, all of that. Anyway, they're all eating.
I love, again, like, the mangaka is just so funny. I love the faces. And you don't even really, like, you notice them and then you, like, notice them again and you're like, that's hilarious. Like Momo, like, begrudgingly eating and her little face in the plate and she's all mad, and
bro, her
it's
face,
just so funny.
Her face was so funny. It was that and the Muppet face were like my favorite face. And Kenta had one face. Like, it might have been right when they were finding the identity of the kaiju, the girl inside the kaiju, whatever. When he turned around, like he was making a face.
Oh yeah.
It was those three faces, dude. So funny. But yeah, the dynamic is at play at the table, and like I said, Ira is still kind of has a thing for Okuran. Momo
Definitely
really
does.
has a thing for Okuran, and now this sweet alien who they can't understand is like cuddling up to Okuran. He's a ladies' man. It's a harem manga now. But he's trying to explain, like, look, dude, we're just trying to buy some time till they can figure out how to communicate with this alien. And I think I mentioned, like, even the grandma's there and Turbo Granny Cat is there. Everybody's there. So they go back outside and Momo says, I don't trust, never will, kiss or no kiss. Like, I don't trust them because maybe they're storing their energy back up so they can do what they did again. I don't want anything to do with it. Nothing. So this is when the guys are outside talking to, what was her name again? What was
Vamola?
the Viz? Vamola. And they're able to piece together her name, and Gigi like signs asking if he can get in the suit. And I don't think she really understands what he's asking, but he hops in the suit because they notice that it has like a HUD display.
Yeah.
And of course they're all very excited about that.
I want to get in too.
I mean, I want to get in for sure. For sure. So Gigi hops in and the HUD kind of comes down. He sees everything, and Vamola looks like she's panicking.
Concerned.
Yeah, like, don't stop. And he's like, what is this? And it seems like
it called something and
he activated something.
Yeah, because immediately the next, panel, the last page of that chapter is like the alien bug guy, and he's like...
Yeah, and he has gone to the house or the area where the aliens we met in the beginning where they reside, and he fucks them up.
Yeah,
like,
immediately.
So easily. And even the last page with him has him holding a decapitated head of one of them. He is not messing around, and it looks like they activated something, and now like a tracking device or something, and now he knows where they're at, and he's coming after them.
Yeah, I'm excited. I know that, I mean, Dandadan doesn't have the longest arcs, but if this one is still like, like more or less ongoing, I'm excited.
I'm so excited
to see what's going on with this guy.
Yeah, because it's going to have time to really build out and build on, this character, Vamola's character, because I think there were a lot of characters introduced in this short Kaiju arc that need more time, that need to be fleshed out more. And I think in this longer arc, they're going to get plenty of time to do that throughout this like one story.
Yeah, they'll One Piece it for sure. or it'll be, team ups.
Yeah.
2-2-2 or whatever.
Dude, I really am excited to see, because again, we love this. We always come back to it because of how much we love it. And we have people in our community who, we were so bummed out that we couldn't be there with everybody else, like as the 100th chapter came out. But, just hearing how much, even currently, everybody is enjoying it. Like, I would have been excited no matter what, but just hearing how much fun people are having reading it, like, man, I want to get there, which we always say this, which means that, as soon as we have time and get through whatever we need to get through next, I think the first thing we'll be coming back to is Dandadan to cover the Space Globalist arc. And I don't know how many chapters is going to be in that arc, but maybe it'll have ended by that point. If for whatever reason it hasn't, then we'll just cover whatever we got to cover, because I need to be caught up on the story. And every time I come back to it, I'm just reminded of how much I love it. And it is one of those things that it is such a treat to come back to. And I look forward to it. And because we don't get to read it immediately or every week, when we have time, it's so special.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because not a lot of things, but definitely this in particular, we don't read it until we do an episode on it. So it is a little treat for us. Yeah.
This is you know how they say one for one? It's one for the algorithm. That's not even true, but it's just that saying, one for them, one for us kind of thing. This is for us. Mm-hmm. That's my point.
And it's for you.
Well, yeah, of course. And it's for all of the Dandadan heads out there, because, this community, I don't feel like there's still, and I could be wrong, but I don't feel like there's still a huge amount of people that are reading this series, and I definitely don't see a lot of people covering it on YouTube. So while these episodes might not necessarily do well, hopefully they're here so that when this series does blow up more, people will have something to come back to. But also for the people who are in it now, like I said, we love it so much that we don't care. We're just doing it for our love of the series and for everybody else who fucking loves this series and is having such a good time. And yeah. This series fucking rules, man. Mm-hmm. Fucking rules. Anyway, that's probably gonna do it. Do you have any other final thoughts, closing thoughts, anything?
No, I think in the beginning we kind of got through everything, and it was short. So hopefully we have enough time to get to the real meat, to the real 10-gallon
wiener. Yeah.
All beef.
Yeah, all beef. Mm. I'm trying to think of anything anything else I wanted to say, and I think I've already said everything too, man. There's only so many ways you can say that you love something, or that you have fun with something, or that something is a treat before you're just repeating yourself. But man, it's just because no matter how much I express it, I feel like I'm still not able to express it as much as I feel it, But
it's a feeling.
It's a feeling. I'm hooked on a feeling, stuck on a feeling. How does it
go?
Hooked. Anyway, so that is going to do it on our discussion of Dandadan the Kaiju arc. Let us know your thoughts, please, guys. Like we mentioned, these videos don't really do well, but again, we don't do them so that they do well. We do them for you guys. We do them for us. So if you're caught up, if you're watching this, if you're reading this, because this community feels like it is smaller compared to some of the other bigger communities, comment, let us know how you felt reading this arc. If you read it with us, if you read it a while ago and are revisiting it, just let us know any and all thoughts, any and all comments, help out in the algorithm as well. Subscribing if you're not subscribed, all that helps so frickin' much. We're almost done with this episode, but before we go, we have to shout out and we have to thank our wonderful, beautiful, amazing Patreon and YouTube members. So as always, we want to thank our wonderful and amazing YouTube and Patreon members, all of them. Thank you so much from the bottom of both of our hearts. We wouldn't be able to do the things that we do without you guys. That is so fucking true. That is so fucking true. Mm-hmm. We are eternally grateful for each and every single one of you. But we do have an additional tier on our Patreon and YouTube membership program called the V1P tier that gives you a shout out during this portion of the show. So a special thank you to Tyler, the nerdy bassist, Roland, V-Dub, Black Sun Series, Quattro,
Miguel, Pierce O'Connor, Wombo, Tyler Wallace, David Paulin, Manny, Paladin Berserker Jedi, David Ramirez,
Rexy Dorado, Rokuma, and Goodman.
Yay!
Again, thank you to all of our Patreon and YouTube members, but a special thank you to our V1P members.
Love you.
Love you so much. If you would like to become a Patreon member, get early access to all of our videos, get unedited, uncensored cuts of our reactions, get exclusive content, then all you gotta do is go to patreon.com/volume1pod, or to become a YouTube member, all you gotta do is click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video. Your support means the world to us. So if you're able and willing, patreon.com/volume1pod, or to become a YouTube member, click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video. But if you're at a point and a place in your life where you cannot financially support, please never feel bad about that. Ever. There's so many other ways that you can show your support for absolutely free that mean and help just as much, that Mehgan will tell you all about right now.
Yes. If you have no more golden balls to spare, no worries, none at all. There's so many things you can do for absolutely free, 99. You can comment on this video, like this video, share this video, or even subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And we also have social media you can support us on as well. We have Instagram, Twitter, and a wonderful Discord community, all linked below.
That is going to do it for another Dandadan installment. Yay! The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that is always the same and never changes, which today, Mehgan, is Golden Ball Kaiju.
10-gallon wiener. Remember the quarter trick.
Yeah, I like that. Remember to use a big quarter.
Reverse Sleeping Beauty. Kaiju Arc, more like Love You Arc.
Okay. All right. That's not my favorite. I'm going to be honest.
Okay. Then do you have one? Talk pervy to me.
Okay. All right.
What?
It's funny. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for any and all ways that you show your support. And until next time,
talk pervy to me!
But not like Kenta. When Kenta does it, it's disgusting. And it's gross. It's foul. Talk pervy to me like